And then let's just start laying down today. Bridge base, please. Hips down, feet down, knees up. I will lovingly mute you all.
Okay. Oh.
And you can hit me in the chat box if you need to talk to me. I keep an eye on it. Just lay down, hips down, feet down, knees up. You might even take the feet wide and let the knees come together. Little relief for the low back. Really push the heels out a little bit. And then put your hands on your body somewhere you feel sore or tight or tense. So you might cross your hands over your body and bring your palms to your shoulders, right? And you bring them to the back of the neck. Maybe you got a little achy heart today. And you rest the hands, the heart center. Rub them together, heat them up, bring them to the body. Maybe you really want to focus on being present with your breath. You bring your hands to the belly or rest your fingertips on the rib cage. I've been watching a little bit of the videos that I record here before I post them sometimes, and I've noticed that walking from my little space at the computer to my mat, I slouch. I'm working on this posture now. I don't think it's an issue on my mat, but walking from here to there, I gotta pay attention not to slouch. So here we are. And in fact, my mantra for this flow is be here now. Be here now. It's a little command to myself. It's a little firmly worded invitation to let the morning go. I've always been a big fan of the game Anywhere But Here. I used to play with my friends in high school, and where you say, okay, if I wasn't here, and you list out your ideal location in as much detail as you possibly can, right? And it's a fun game, but I realized that I spend a lot of time focusing on being somewhere that is not here. Particularly lately in my own little imagination, because travel has been so difficult, so restricted, so seemingly impossible. Anywhere But Here has been, it's been looming in my mind, and I have to remind myself that's a lovely moment of dream or imagination, or even planning for a future trip, but I'm here now. So we sink here into this present moment. And then maybe you reach your arms out to the side, turn the palms down, tuck the chin just a little bit, bring some length to the back of the neck, separate the knees, keep the feet nice and wide though, and let us windshield wiper. We will wipe away the other things and be here. Feel how it feels. And notice if you have an ache in your knee, you might walk your feet further away from your body or closer to your body. You might make a little bit less of a tilt to one side than to the other. We don't examine the body to see where we ache, to see where we need a little extra TLC with any sense of judgment or a desire to coerce that body part into functioning the way we want it to. And if we do, then we dismiss that immediately and say, okay, well, here's what I have to work with today. The older I get, getting on my mat is a little bit like the TV show Chopped. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but these chefs are given baskets full of random ingredients, like 4 or 5 random ingredients, and told, okay, you got this much time, make something to eat with this food. Sorry, making myself laugh. I show up on my mat and I say, okay, well, I've got this ache and that pain, and this is sore, and that's out of this is out of whack. And this is what I got to work with. Okay, what yoga can we make with this? And I don't get to look at that one ache and say, oh gosh, I wish you weren't in this basket today. Well, I'm just not going to use you. And that doesn't really work that way. You lose points with the judges, my friends. All right, bring those knees back up to the center. Draw the right knee in, give it a little bit of a squeeze. And if, again, the knee is achy, bring the hand to the hamstring and straighten the left leg out. And we're just gonna circle the right ankle around a little bit. Oh, there must be a bird outside because Mimosa's talking to the window. I don't know if you can hear her. And then we'll switch. Put that right leg all the way out. Pull that left knee in. Move the left ankle. Notice what's going snap, crackle, or pop today. And then lengthen that left leg all the way out. If the shoulders allow, and your animals allow, reach your hands all the way up overhead. Oh, holy smokes. Core muscles for me today, my friends, are high on the list of things that ache. All right, take one more deep breath right here. Exhale it out through the mouth if that's okay, and just sigh, just let all that air go. And then let us find our way up to seated. However you want to move to get there, whatever works and serves your body today. Remember, this is the yoga version of chopped. Work with what we brought to the mat. I've got a nice easy cross going here. It's not a full proper Sukhasana. Hands are just outside the knees. We're just going to give the knees a little bit of a, or maybe even just one knee, depending. A little bit of a shake, shake them out. Just a little bounce even. And notice you got a knee that's maybe got a little space between it and the mat here. It's okay. We'll see where it's at when we finish class. Bring the hands into the heart center here. If you have not yet set your intention, your sankalpa, your reason for practice, what you need to cultivate today, now's a great time to do that. You can keep the mantra of be here now, but you can add on a little to it if you'd like. Maybe what you need is grace. Grace for that knee, grace for that shoulder, grace for that back, grace for that whatever. Interlace the fingers, push the palms forward, drop the heart back in space, and then reach those hands up towards the sky. Again, bending the elbows as needed. Work with the shoulders you brought to the mat today. Break those hands apart, float the right hand to the left knee. Left hand comes behind, we take a little twist. Notice if the shoulders are trying to creep up towards your ears, and maybe just slide them down a little bit. Keep this right hand where it is. Bring your heart back to center and just look over the right shoulder. Maybe even drop the chin down towards it a little bit if that feels okay. And release to center. Switch which foot is in front. If you're sitting in a neutral shape like bound angle, there's no need to switch. But if you've got something where you're on one side versus the other, hands on the knees, shake them out just a little bit. Notice, does it feel different on this side? I'm almost willing to bet it does. In fact, I am willing to bet. It probably feels different when you switch the cross. Maybe we move shoulders and rib cage just a little bit here. Or roll those shoulders. I got Tina Turner now, rolling on the river. And then bring the palms and the hands together at the heart center. Thumbs right into that center of the heart. You're going to have to forgive me for clearing my throat today, guys. When we have this gorgeous warm weather in Southern California, particularly at this time of year, it's winds blowing from the desert. And that's where the stuff I'm allergic to lives. So the warm weather is lovely, unless you're my sinuses. So please forgive me for trying to clear the little bit of congestion that just gets in the way. All right, this time we're going to interlace the fingers, but we're going to keep the palms facing us as we drop the heart back in space. Chin drops down towards the chest. Keep those thumbs up towards the sky if you want. And then reach up to the sky again, working with your shoulders today. And break it apart. Right hand comes back, left hand crosses over. Ease the shoulders down. And at any point, inhale and release a little bit out of the twist. Reset what's tightening up. And then maybe twist again a little more. Keep that left hand crossed. Bring the heart back to center. And we're going to look over the left shoulder. Again, making sure that it drops down in space. And then we'll release back to center. Easy movement in the neck. Maybe big circle with the nose, right? Imagine there's a big clock in front of you and you're tracing the numbers. And then the other direction. And then look up a little bit and lift the heart. Look down a little bit, ease the heart back a tiny bit. We're not all the way to a cow-cat yet, but inhale a little lift. Exhale a little slide back. And as we move through here, inhale up, exhale back, start to let it get a little bit bigger. So you're digging in a little deeper. And then we'll come up nice and tall, little rounding through the rib cage, circle it around. And in the other direction. And then we'll come back up nice and tall. And we'll interlace our fingers and we'll circle out our wrists one way and the other. And then we're going to release those feet and come around into tabletop all fours. And start to ease through some cats and cows. Moving with your breath. And then maybe you go off the rails. Tina, check your chat box for me, my darling. Turn and look right and left. Make sure you're keeping that rib cage up on the top floor for me, right? Don't drop the rib cage down in between the elbows. You want to keep it lifted so the shoulder blades across your back can stay nice and wide. Maybe you pick up one wrist and circle it and the other. Maybe you pick up one ankle and circle it and the other. Nod the head yes, shake it no. Perfect. Thank you, darling. Awesome sauce. And coming back into the center. Pause in your tabletop for a moment. Feel the fingers grounding into the earth, shifting the weight towards thumb and index finger. Pull the belly up towards the sky. And then really move with some mindfulness here. Tuck the right toes, tuck the left toes. Maybe really walk those toes under, get all the way to that ball joint. Pull the shoulder blades apart a little bit more, almost like you're just starting the upper back into cat pose, and then press those knees up and off the mat. Feel the core turn on. Slide the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Maybe you go a little bit wider in the feet today. And we'll pedal this dog out. Using this movement to explore how you feel, what's working, what needs work, what needs rest. And then take a nice deep breath in. And a long exhale out. And shift your gaze towards the top of the mat. Let's come all the way up on the toes, bend the knees, take a nice long walk up. And take the feet a little wider than the hips today. Maybe we start right away with a little ragdoll. Maybe you want to be a little more supported, keep your hands on the earth. When you're in a mixed level flow, you have the opportunity to say, yeah, that's not for me today. Hopefully, you know, going to class is never about doing any or all, definitely not all, of the things I suggest. It's about hearing what I'm saying, maybe try this, maybe try that, and tuning in so much to your own body that you say, oh, this is the thing for me today. And yes, that would include 45 minutes of child's pose. I'm just saying. Walk the feet out a little wider even, like all the way out towards the edge of the mat. Little bend in both knees. Put the left hand in the middle and front of the feet. Straighten the right leg and reach the right hand up. The left knee stays nice and bent here. Maybe even wrap this right hand around. Put it on the small of the back. And release. Put the right hand where the left hand was. Bend the right knee, straighten the left leg, reach up. Maybe bring the palm of the hand to the small of the back. And release, bending both knees back to our ragdoll, back to our sway. Palms of the shins, palms come to the shins. Front body muscles lift up nice and strong. How does your half lift feel with this wider base? Is it strong? Does it feel weird? Does it feel empowering? Bend the knees and fold. There isn't a right or wrong answer, by the way. Inhale, halfway lift, feeling strong. Exhale and fold. Now we're going to heel toe the feet in just a little bit. Inhale it halfway. How does that feel different? Where do you notice it differently? Exhale, fold, bring the feet in, hip width apart. Inhale it halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale it halfway. Exhale to drop the hips. Inhale to press up to the sky. Exhale, hands into the heart. Inhale, we're going to reach the right hand forward. Let the left hand come down to the side. Thumb is up towards the sky. Open that right hand out, straight out to your side. And then hopefully without moving your shoulders, start to reach it back. Now, bad shoulders, then the arm can be down at the side and you can reach it back a little bit. You can bend the elbow and pull that back a little bit. Just looking to see what's happening in this upper right shoulder, upper back in the lats. Release it down, shake it out a little bit. Left hand reaches forward. Open it out straight to the side. Slide it a little bit back. Same variation, same options. And release it down. Inhale, take a deep breath up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Inhale up halfway. Exhale and fold. Tabletop or plank, yogi's choice. If you're in table, take a cow cat. If you're in plank, you can hold, or you can take your vinyasa and lower. We're all going to meet in downward facing dog. And from here, we'll lift the right foot up to the sky. Keep those right toes dialing down. Let the left heel get nice and heavy. Roll forward towards plank. Bring the right knee towards the right wrist. Lift it to the elbow. Reach that right foot all the way up and maybe open into scorpion. And put it back on the ground. Try it just on the other side. Left foot lifts up. Toes flexed down, hip bones neutral here. And then slide the left knee forward, wrist, elbow, lift and open, scorpion pose. And then release the left foot all the way down. Up on the toes, soften the knees, walk it up, top of the mat, forward fold, let it go. Inhale and lift up halfway. Exhale and fold. Drop the hips, inhale up to the sky. Exhale, hands into the heart. Inhale, breathe all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale and fold. Left foot steps first, tabletop or plank, yogi's choice, cow, cat, or vinyasa. To downward facing dog. Lift the left foot up off the ground. Slide it forward. Left knee, wrist, elbow, lift it up and open, scorpion pose. Left foot comes to the earth. Right foot lifts up. This is the last time we're doing it on both sides. Right knee, wrist, elbow, lift it up and open, scorpion. Pressing evenly through both hands here. And then release it to the ground. Up on the toes, walk it up. Top of the mat, forward fold, let it go. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale up to the sky. Exhale, hands into the heart. Inhale, deep breath up. Forward fold, let it go. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, fold. Stepping with the right foot, tabletop or plank, cow, cat, or your vinyasa. Meet in downward facing dog. Inhale the right foot up. Exhale, knee to wrist, to elbow, open it up, scorpion pose. Right foot's gonna step up between the thumbs. Excuse me. Left heel pivots in towards the midline. Big beach ball in your hands. Reach it forward and up. Warrior one. Turn the pinkies in slightly. Notice how that changes your shoulders. You're getting a little rotation there, allowing maybe a little more openness. And then lift the back heel, pivot open, warrior two. Lift it up and back, reverse your warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Lift it up and back. Warrior two. Up and back. And this time we windmill the left hand all the way to the ground. Let the back foot pivot. Right hand on right thigh, or right hand in sky, Big twist. Set the right hand down. Step the back foot up to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale up halfway. Exhale and fold. Drop the hips. Strong belly. Rise up to sky. Exhale, hands into the heart. Inhale, deep breath up. Forward fold, let it go. Inhale up halfway. Exhale and fold. Starting with the left foot to table or plank, yogi's choice. Cow, cat, take your vinyasa. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale the left foot up. Exhale, knee to wrist, to elbow, up and back, scorpion, open the hips. And then step the left foot up between the thumbs. Pivot the right heel into the middle. Find your big beach ball, rise up overhead. And then notice what's happening in that back knee. You can adjust the angle of the foot so that right pinky toe can push down without pulling the right hip crease all the way open. Your goal here is to stay neutral for your line, neutral for your anatomy towards the front of the mat. So make adjustments to allow for that to happen. Turn the pinkies in like you're turning your palms to wave at somebody behind you. In fact, you can wave at the wall behind you. And then lift that heel, pivot open, warrior two. Inhale, lift up and back, reverse, big stretch of the side body. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale and reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, windmill, bring that right hand all the way down to the ground. Right foot comes around. Left hand on thigh or left hand in sky. Big twist. Keep the hips dropping down here. Plant the left hand. Bend that right knee. Shift the weight front to back. Step it up. And you can take all the tiny, tiny steps you want to get there. Forward fold. Let it go. Inhale up halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale, reaching up to the sky. Exhale, hands into the heart. Inhale, deep breath up. Forward fold. Inhale up halfway and fold. Right foot steps back first, plank or table. Do your thing. You know, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Right foot lifts up. Bring it forward to the wrist, to the elbow. Open it up, scorpion pose. Right foot steps up to the top of the mat. Left heel turns in. Rise up to the sky. Exhale in your warrior one. Lift and turn open, warrior two. Lift and reverse. Windmill it all the way down. Inhale that right hand, thigh or sky. Exhale, bring it back to the ground. Left knee kisses the earth. Inhale, find your beach ball, rise up. And now, if you want to just stay here, or if you want to bring hands into heart to take the shoulders out of this equation, either, or you can bring hands to thigh, that works as well. You can stay lifted right here and hold, or maybe you walk that right foot a little forward. So right knee is in front of, or right ankle is in front of right knee. Then you have this great option of lunging the hips forward. And then reset, lift back up. Lunge forward and rise back up. Lunge forward, release the hands to the earth. Tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, shift the weight front to back, step it to the top, forward fold. Inhale up halfway, Exhale and fold. Soften knees, inhale to sky. Exhale, hands into the heart. Inhale, breathe all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale and fold. Starting with the left foot, tabletop or plank. Do your thing. Meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, the left foot lifts up, anchor the right heel. Slide that left knee forward. Wrist, elbow, lift and open, scorpion dog. Step the left foot all the way up and through. Plant it down, turn the right heel in. Inhale, up to the sky, find that big beach ball. Inhale, lift and open, warrior two. Inhale, up and back, reverse. Exhale, windmill the right hand down. Right hand, or left hand, thigh or sky, big twist, big breath. Left hand comes down, right knee comes down. Make your way vertical. You can keep those right toes in the back there tucked, or you can push the top of the foot down, whichever feels better. Same variations on this side. Maybe slide that left foot a little forward. Inhale, feel the lift here. You're lifting rib cage up away from hips, right? You're making space in the body, and then you can lunge forward into it. Inhale, vertical. Exhale, lunge. Inhale and lift. Exhale and lunge. If the arms allow, you might bring the thumbs down right at the base of the neck. It's a nice tricep stretch. And release the hands all the way to the earth. Back toe tucks, back knee lifts. Shift your weight, step it up, top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale and fold. Drop the hips, inhale to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. We're going to do it one more time each side, just vinyasa the whole way through. Get ready to move. Take a deep breath. In fact, take two. They're small. Maybe shake it out. Find your reset button. If I haven't told you the story of my reset button, remind me after class. I will share with you. It's an amusing little thing. Okay, here we go. Be here now. One more time. Be here now. Inhale, deep breath up. Forward fold, let it go. Be in the fold. Inhale it halfway. Soften and fold. Starting with the right foot, tabletop or plank. Do your thing. Downward facing dog. Right foot lifts up. Slide it forward, knee to wrist, to elbow. Open up, scorpion. Step the right foot up between the thumbs. Turn the left heel in. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Inhale, lift and pivot open, warrior two. Inhale, lift for reverse. Exhale, windmill it down, left hand to the earth. Inhale, thigh or sky. Exhale, right hand down. Left knee lowers. Exhale, lift the crown of the head up. Inhale, lift where you are. Exhale, maybe we lunge forward. Inhale, the hands to the ground. Lift that back knee. Step to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale to sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Last round, let's go. Inhale, breathe up. Forward fold, let it go. Be here now. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Starting with the left foot, table or plank. Be in whichever shape you're choosing. And do your thing. Meet you in downward facing dog. Left foot lift up. Slide it forward. Wrist, elbow, lift up and back. Open the hips. Scorpion dog. Right heel is anchored. Step the left foot up between the thumbs. Pivot the right heel in. Inhale, rise up to the sky. Exhale, warrior one. Shoulders relax. Be in the shoulders now. Inhale, lift and pivot open. Warrior two. Check in on that left pinky finger. Check in on the right pinky toe. Check in on the left quad. The right side of the rib cage. Little tour of the body. Can you be in those places while you're in this shape? Inhale, lift up and back. Windmill it all the way down, right hand to ground. Left hand, thigh or sky. I am all about the rhymes today. Look at me. Left hand comes down, right knee comes down, rise up. Thighs, heart, overhead. Inhale, find your lift. Exhale, press the hips forward. Inhale and release. Exhale, the hands come down, listen up. Left foot steps back. Knees come wide, big toes touch. Hip creases release to the heels. Arms can reach forward. Or maybe you walk the hands in today and you make a little pillow for your forehead. Child's pose. Breathe. Find some softness. Relax. One more breath. Exhale it out through the mouth if you like. Tuck your chin, walk the hands in. We'll roll it all the way up. Sit up on the heels for one half of the thought. And then shift the hips, swing both feet out in front of you. We're gonna lay all the way down here. So you've got options. If you wanna work the core, we did this on Tuesday. Soles of the feet pressed together. A nice distance, big diamond, pinkies push into the ground. Tuck the tailbone and roll it down 1 inch at a time. You can do this from a bridge base. You can do this with legs extended, or you can skip it all together. Bring your hands behind you, ease to forearms, ease all the way down. And pause. And breathe. And then we're going to walk the feet up to a bridge base. Hips down, feet down, knees up. And then shift the soles of the feet together and let the knees open out. If you've got props and you like to use them for a recline bound angle, feel free. You know I love my blocks in this shape. And then bring your fingertips to your body somewhere. Once again, maybe you rub the hands and cup them over the eyes, fingertips in your forehead. Or maybe you take that cross over the heart and bring your hands to your shoulders. Or maybe rest on your heart or your belly. Or even on the hip creases here or the adductors, if this shape is tension causing. If your low back is where things ache, rub the hands together and rub them on the backs of the hands and slide them under. So the knuckles have a little of that heat, and you can just bring a little love to the low back. This could cause a little twist through your shoulders. So if your shoulders are feeling rough today, sorry, the low back should not get the love. And then if you closed your eyes automatically when you got down here, that's fabulous. You're welcome to keep them closed. If your eyes are open, maybe just take a look around and notice something that you see. I'll tell you that I'm noticing a big reason to pat myself on the back because there has been this cobweb. I have this like half arched ceiling, and way up at the tippy top, right basically over me here, has been this little stringy cobweb that's been sitting there. And I finally took it down. I cleaned it up. I am so excited right now looking up. That's something new in my space. What a small thing. But it's one of those things that you only think about when you notice it. And then once I'm up and moving, I don't think about it anymore until the next class. So what do you see in your environment today? Maybe it's just the way the light is playing on the ceiling. If you have light coming in through your window. Gently bring the hands to the knees, push the feet into one another, rise those knees, use the hands, guide them up, walk the feet wide, knees come into touch. You might wrap your arms and give yourself a big hug. Maybe even roll through those shoulder blades. And then release the hands. We're going to take a spinal twist to the right. You can keep feet planted. You can draw knees to chest. You can extend the right leg out and just cross the left leg over. Whatever works for you today. We're twisting over to the right, reaching the left arm out. Maybe the left ear starts to come towards the mat. Notice where in this shape you tense up. Like, okay, I got a grip here. Do you really? Can you be here now and still create some deep relaxation, allowing this shape to exist in whatever manner it exists in your body today, and have that be absolutely perfect. Take one more deep breath in. One more deep breath out. Bring your nose back to the sky. Ease the knees back to center for whatever variation you're taking. Extend the right arm out and cross over to the left. Take it whatever variation you took on the other side. Maybe right ear starts to come towards the ground. I'm going to shift and slide that left shoulder. For whatever reason, on the left side, that shoulder blade gets a little more like trapped under my body when I fold towards the left. So kind of just need to lift and shift it out. Sort of like when you turn over in bed and you're wearing a pajama top that might be a little too loose and it kind of gets trapped underneath you. And you need to lift and shift it away. It's just like that. Take one more deep breath in and a long sigh out. And ease your way back to center. And release your feet down to the ground. If you are propless today, the feet are hip width apart, right? And remember, you don't need to buy yoga props. You can use a couch cushion, a pillow, a rolled up beach towel, a dictionary. If you still have phone books in your house, those are fabulous props. You can stack those up. Although, if you're going to use a phone book, because those pages slide, I would actually take packing tape or duct tape and go all the way around to hold the pages in center, but that's just me. No prop, no problem. We're going to bring the hands to the ground, tuck the tailbone, walk the feet a little bit away from you today. Make a little space so you can roll the hips up. You got room to move here and roll down and go as high as you want or as low as you want. But make sure the tailbone tucks, the back is flat, the feet are pressing in, and take your roll up. And of course, if you have your prop and you want to take a supported bridge, roll those hips up. I'm going flat today. Find that spot, the sacrum, right where your back is turning into your butt, that nice sacral bone. And then rest. So you can either be moving here or resting, either way works just fine. We're going to shift in about 20 seconds. And wherever you are, bring your hips down all the way to the earth, either on your prop or on the actual ground. And then we'll lift just the right foot up to the sky and point and flex and circle the ankle. You can bring your hand to the hamstring or to the calf muscle. Let the tailbone stay heavy. You can tuck that tailbone and get like a lot more appearance in your stretch, but you're not actually making more length in the back of the leg. So keep the tailbone heavy and then stretch into that muscle. And if your legs are a little sore today or tight, warm the hands up, bring the love. It's February after all. It's the month to bring the love. Although I am I haven't been a fan of the holiday in February in a very long time, so, or ever. But you know, that's just me. Need to make a movie about the Valentine's Grinch. I could do that. Be down. Nonetheless, giving yourself this love, even a little massage through the hamstring, can just be a very nice thing to do. Float that right foot all the way down. Left foot comes up. Point and flex and circle. Wiggle the toes. Remember, key to balance. A key to your balance. And then start to work that leg in. Tailbone still stays heavy. Can still bring love. I don't know what is happening at the military base with the planes. The jets have been flying for the last day or two. And my poor puppy, they stress her out so much. She spent a significant number of hours hiding under my bed right now. Oh, baby. And float that left foot all the way back down. Again, hips on the earth or hips on the block, both work. But we're going to lift and draw knees towards chest. And if your hips are lifted, you might need to slide the shoulder blades up towards the top of the mat a little bit. Hey, look, I just got to my little blanket pillow. You can hold the shins. You can not hold the shins. What I would love is if you could relax your belly. Let the core muscles sink down towards the spine. Let the quads relax. Let the hips relax. Even if that means that the knees slide open a little bit, you don't need to drag them into center. Let them just rest where they rest. Let this shape be what it is. And then can you be here in this shape right now? Two more deep breaths. I actually love holding this shape. When I first started yoga, for maybe even the first 8 or 9 years of yoga, this was a transitional shape. You came here to get someplace else. So every time I came into this shape, there was this little thought in my head of, oh, okay, what's next? As though this shape wasn't worthy of my love and attention all on its own. But it is. All the shapes are. They're all welcome at this table. Keep the left knee in, slowly bring the right foot down. And then again, if the hips are on the earth or if the hips are on the block, either way, we're going to cross that left ankle over the right knee. And maybe you pause right here and just let that left knee open up. Give that hip a little love. If you want to get deeper, then you can actually take your figure four with the block or without, drawing the knees in. You might make a little shelf here with the left elbow for the left knee to rest on, so it doesn't just completely sink in. Notice if that changes the shape for you in a good way or a interesting way or a less interesting way. One more breath right here. And we'll uncross the left ankle, put it on the ground. Right ankle crosses over. Start with that foot grounded. Observe what happens. See, I don't know if you can tell, but on this side, this knee does not open up like the other one does. Right hip is my tight hip. Again with the rhyming. Wow. You're welcome to stay, or you can draw the knees in. And then maybe you use that right elbow, make a little shelf for the right knee. And then we'll release, bring all the feet back to the ground. Press through the feet if you've got your prop, gently lift. Slide prop out, tailbone tucks under, roll the hips down, take your time. Everybody come back to bridge base, hips down, feet down, knees up. And observe. If you have the opportunity to slide something underneath the hips to get a little lift there, you might notice this great sensation through the erector spinae, the muscles on either side of the spine. There's a little of like almost stretching like taffy sensation for me. I can feel that there is this beautiful length through those muscles without feeling like I had to strain to get there. I didn't have to work too hard to make it happen. So I feel very spacious through my mid and low back. And now, my lovelies, it is time to find your way to whatever resting shape you want to keep today, just to chill out, whatever your Shavasana shape is today. And there's traditional Shavasana, right? You can take corpse pose, lay all the way out. You can bring your feet up the wall or your legs up on the couch. Or if you have one of these little exercise balls, you can put your feet up on that. It's also kind of lovely. Maybe you need to rest in a twist. Maybe you need another twist today and you want to just pause in a really soft, accessible twist and hold one side, maybe a whole minute, and then switch. Whatever you need. And if you got your blanket and you want to wrap up, you can do that too. Just find your way to a place where you can hit the pause button, where you don't need to be doing whatever that shape looks like. And then let yourself be heavy there. If you're taking a shape that needs to switch sides, I'll cue you, or you can move when you're ready to move. Deepening your breath. If you haven't switched sides, now would be a good time. Also a pop culture reference. Start to move your body. Move with ease, small movements, whatever movement you want. It seems to me lately that culture is trying to tell us that doing things that we want to do simply because we want to do them or because they feel good is in some way wrong. And I am not here for that. I'm not on board with that. Nothing wrong with moving in a way that feels good. Nothing wrong with eating that slice of chocolate cake because you want it and you enjoy it. Pleasure is part of the human experience, and it comes in so many forms. And I don't really feel the need to deny them. I just don't. So you move in a way that feels good just because it feels good. And the next time you do something just because it feels good and someone is a little judgy about that, you can just say, hey, I am following what my yoga teacher told me to do. Yeah, I'm sassy today. Use the movement, use the breath, use that connection into ground to just bring yourself back up. Come back to seated. Like waking up from a beautiful dream on your first day of vacation and you can smell coffee or muffins baking or whatever just makes your nose happy. That sensation. Come back like that. And then bring the palms of the hands together and the thumbs to the center of the forehead. And know that waking up to come and teach this class, that's my sensation. It's like waking up on the first day of vacation and someone is baking muffins, and it wasn't me. And I hope you could carry that sensation through the rest of the day. Find something today that makes you feel good, my friends, and savor it. Namaste.
Namaste. So glad you're a fellow